Hey, so I just finished watching season 2 of Kimi Todoke and I wanted to talk about it a little bit. This show is about a girl named Sawako who looks like Sadako from the horror movie The Ring. And for those reasons, and also due to some sort of social differences between her and her classmates, she is ostracized. They don't really see her. She's not so much bullied as they don't really see her as human. And so they just kind of avoid her and they see her as a bad omen. And then she gets put into a class with a guy named Shoto Kazuhaya, who is nice to her and kind to her in sort of a basic, in a way that he sees as treating someone with basic human decency, but is something that she hasn't really experienced before. And as a result of that, the show follows like what basically that action of having someone treat her with respect does to the rest of her life and how it opens up sort of avenues for her and takes her to a place that she didn't previously think possible. Uh, Through the series, the two develop feelings for each other, but it takes a very long time for those feelings to really come to the surface. What I think is this show's biggest strength is its writing. The characters in the show are so faithful to their own motivations. Everything that they do makes complete sense for, and everything that happens to them makes complete sense for their characters and everything that has been established for them previously. They feel so real and so rational and so logical, and that is really sort of cathartic to see in a show. Just these incredibly well realized characters, and the writers have a masterful understanding of who these people are down to their core, and are able to make decisions on their behalf. These characters feel real, and so it feels like the writers are sort of just manifesting truths by writing them the way that they do. And because this series feels so real, especially season 1, as I said before, it's sort of about how being nice to someone can transform their life. And to that end, I think season 1 is like a masterpiece and really sort of essential viewing for people who are interested in this sort of thing and are interested in writing and writing romances. It is like it's really hard to come away from this series without feeling like it has demonstrated something really essential about the human experience, which is that it can be a rebellious act in and of itself to be kind to other people, and how important it is to try and live your life with kindness and empathy at the forefront of your heart every single day. um, Not that these characters always do that, but every time that they do, good things happen, and every time that they're truthful with one another and honest with one another, it only advances. It only just prevents harm being done to one another. Uh, Season 2 felt more like an attempt to finish the story between the two characters and less of an elaboration on the themes of the first season that I just articulated there. But it's good because I think without season 2 transpiring the way that it does, the romance between the characters would risk being too perfect, right? They have struggles in developing their romance, but it's just an inability to communicate with one another and to sort of bear their vulnerable selves with one another. But you still are rooting for them the whole way. The second season doesn't shy away from the fact that they're so afraid to be vulnerable with one another is a bad thing, and is something that should perhaps make you think that these people shouldn't be together. But once again, off the back of the writing of this series being so rock solid, they managed to demonstrate that these sorts of pitfalls are just can be overcome, right? Like this sort of thing is something that can be managed and worked through, and it's not. everything doesn't have to be perfect for it to be perfect, if that makes sense. I don't know. Anyway, that's all my thoughts. I found out just now that there's going to be a third season later this year. I'm very curious to see what that's about because I honestly don't. Season 2, I think, could have been 2 episodes shorter. I don't think it had to be 12 episodes. I think it could have been 10, and it would have been better for it. But so it's definitely hard for me to imagine where they're going to go from here. But I'm curious and I'm hopeful. I don't know if it's got the same writing team, but I should look into that. All right, thanks. Bye.